Imagine if all you hear is sirens and booms and you see rockets above your head and you have nowhere to go. And the only thing you could do is watch. My name is Tzipi Zipper. I'm originally from Colorado. When I completed my Army service, I decided to go and start working in security. And I was working in armed security when I was unfortunately hit by a car in a checkpoint. There's a lot of things that people with disabilities have to go out of their way and think about and look for. Will I be able to reach my closet to hang up my clothes? What type of assistive devices are there to help me get dressed in the morning, cook in my kitchen, and commute to my job? You're constantly thinking about these things. You're hyper aware of everything surrounding you in your physical environment. After my accident, I was very, very lost, and I needed to find a way to get my life sort of back on track and back together. JDC was a huge part of that journey for me. I came across a program called the Center for Independent Living. The center is for people with disabilities and by people with disabilities. When I was unable to work and I was unable to study and I didn't know what I was going to be doing with my life, I went every day. Today I'm an attorney in one of the largest law firms in Israel. I was really lucky. I found an accessible apartment in an accessible building a few hundred meters away from my job. I'm able to wheel to work, and even those few hundred meters of wheeling to work have just been an ongoing challenge. And then you have this added element of Israel's constantly in a really difficult security situation. We understand today that there's nowhere in the country that might be safe from a rocket. I was once stuck in the middle of a very large rocket barrage during the 2014 operation in the Gaza Strip. And I couldn't get into the only shelter around, and luckily people were there and they helped me and they kind of dragged me in and we left my wheelchair out. If I had been alone, I would have been crawling on the ground to try and take cover. Tel Aviv has been under pretty relentless rocket attacks since the beginning of this war. As a result, I've basically been stuck at home. If I'm outside doing anything and there are sirens, I have no idea where to go. I can't leave the apartment. And that's like the tip of the iceberg for people with disabilities. I don't want to think about how hard it must be for people in the Gaza periphery and people in the north dealing with the same things, and people who just aren't quite as fortunate as me and don't have that accessible shelter even in their own homes. It's not that you get left behind, but sometimes you get forgotten. Having established infrastructure, having established programs and networks has been one of the most important things since the war broke out. And that's one of the remarkable things that JDC is able to do. Everywhere you look, there's some kind of JDC project, there's some kind of JDC program that they're setting up that someone's getting involved in. I apologize if I'm bragging a little bit as a person with a disability here, but people who have lived with such challenges at every moment of every day are the most incredibly strong people you will ever meet. These are strong people who can do so much with so little. Imagine what they could do if they were given more and there were fewer barriers and more opportunities. That's exactly what's worth fighting for. The people of Israel live, and it includes all of the people of Israel, everyone. The people of Israel live.